Greetings, land of Bitcoin. I hope your travels through the cryptoverse are going well today. I've drawn in a fancy little parallel channel here from the all-time high, November 9th. As you can see, this is a descending channel. Eventually, it should be a bullish pattern, but it could take a while to play out. And if you've been watching my channel, I have what's called my little wonder chart here. These vertical lines are pretty much calling the dumps and pumps to the last Friday of every month, where the price of Bitcoin is manipulated down for the most part. It goes down towards the last Friday every month, and then it pumps away from there at least a little bit. There's been one exception here, this green line here. And back in July of 2021, it pumped up to that date and dumped a little away from it. With the exception of that month, every month since December of 2020, it has done this. So what are we looking for now? Yellow line. Okay, this faint blue line here, January 28th is the last Friday of January of 2022. So I'm kind of up in the air. What's going to happen? I've been relating this whole pattern here since we came off the all-time high, this big crash down. Since December 4th, December 3rd, since that epic little or huge crash here, I've been relating it to here. This, I haven't made a video for a while because I really don't have a whole lot to talk about. I've been relating it to this for over a month now, and it's probably going to look something like this out here. See? And this is where we actually got that first green pump. So that could happen. This light blue line here, January 28th, could be another green line where the price of Bitcoin ends up pumping up to it. Or it could just be another red line where it pumps down to it, right? So just keep that in mind. If you see it pumping up to January 28th, there's probably going to be a little dump at least right after that, and then it might pump a little more. If you see it dump down, if you see us crash all the way down here to this pink line at about 30,000 at the end of January, watch for a sizable pump. Now, this is just speculation. It's something to keep in mind. Right now, today, let's get some of this scribble off here. Here we are. We've just had a big dumpy from about 47,000 all the way down to 42,300. If you're new, let me just first say, if you're new, the yellow lines are where it pumps. The red lines, vertical lines, and the one vertical green line are where it dumps down to. That's last Friday of the month. The dark blue lines are where the monthly dump starts. So the next, in chronologically order, we're looking for the next yellow line. This chart might be quite a bit different than other charts you're watching, but the cool thing is sometimes I'll go watch like a Jason Casper analysis, a real real solid intricate technical analysis with Fibonacci levels and all that, and he's using the market cipher, and it's tied into real-time data right from the market as it happens. And the cool thing is there's a confluence with what I'm saying, right? My little chart, this is basically the result of all those Fibonacci levels and all the bots and all that activity. And so I'm basically saying the same thing as those top high-grade technical analysis channels. So from time to time, I'll go check those out. There's just tons of confluence. These white horizontal lines I have are resistance and support levels. Down here at the bottom, I have this pink line at 29,682. That general area is probably where the bottom will be. And this, if you want to call it a bear market, I don't think it's a bear market or a bull market. I just think it's a platypus market. I think it's going to go up and down and sideways and range from like 59,000 to 30,000, maybe a peak up to 63, 64, and a dive down to like 29,000 over the next 2 years. I wouldn't be surprised if it just stays in this exact range and doesn't do a whole lot. So that would, in my opinion, would be a platypus. It's not a bull. It's not a bear. It's a platypus. But that's just speculation. Okay, let's not make this video too short. Let's get to the heart of the matter. You want to know what it's going to do right now. Yellow line, where it pumps every month. Last Friday, the monthly pump. You know what I'm saying now. give or take. It's a monthly pump. But the structure, okay. I got my cats wrestling around me and stuff, so let me not get distracted. Okay, looking back at my Wonder chart since December 2020, looking at the yellow lines compared to the last Friday of the month, it's never been more than 5 days. The yellow line pump, that's what we want to know about today. What's going on with the market right now, today and tomorrow and the next day? It's never been more than 5 days. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yellow line pump. These are the biggest gaps in the history of this chart. Look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, yellow line pump. September 2021. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, yellow line pump. Everything else has been within 5 days, whether it be a day or two before or a day or two after. It's always been never longer than 5 days. And now the curious thing about what I'm saying here is this yellow line. So, okay, let's ignore it. Get this blue line out of here. Get this yellow line out of here. That's what we're looking at right there, right? We just had the December 31st red line dumpage to the area. It's not exact science, but it's like a 10% dumpy. And where would 5 days be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. January 5th, that giant red candle. See it? From 47 to 42.3. I've also drawn in that descending channel. If you've been watching my videos in the past, I've drawn in ascending and descending channels, and they've been great support and resistance. Quiet, you kook. Knock it off. I'm making a video. And not only is it at its maximum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, the maximum time for this chart, it also has chosen to bounce off. Look at that. Boom. Right off the top of that descending channel. Look at that. Boom. See that? So not only is it the 5th day, it's also bouncing directly off that channel, as it's done many times. Let's reset the chart. Big giant. Well, our arrow's messed up now. Boom. Right there. Boom. So I do believe that's likely to be. If I could get my arrows, let's just get rid of the arrow. You see what I'm saying? That's a bad idea. Right there. Drawing my own little arrow. Boom. Right there. Boom. Boom. I got it right there. Boom. How's that for an arrow, huh? Fancy schmancy. Bounces off the center of that channel. Boom. Off the top, kind of hangs here for a day. Boom. Comes up, blasts out the top of it. Oh, you know, it's this bullish structure. Oh, huge pump coming. Ha ha. Boom. No. This pattern is really strong, and I'm going with it until it breaks. It will break eventually, but right, this is a descending channel. It's a bullish structure, so you'd be looking for a giant pump out of it. But it came back out and it's coming down for the retest. I guess that's actually kind of plays into it. The retest is actually the dive down to the red line. See, boom. So that's working. These last Friday of the month, they're really strong, man. Bitcoin, it's like a magnet. Bitcoin dives down to them. It's because the futures bets are being put up that Bitcoin's going high, and then the big players come over here and they manipulate the price down. So that's why I'm watching. If everyone on YouTube is screaming that there's a huge dump coming, Bitcoin's crashing, it's crashing to 20,000. It's going, it's doom and gloom. It's doom and gloom. It's doom and gloom, right? And watch first. This is probably the yellow line pump, January 5th. That's probably the bottom for now. Where it bottomed out at 42,300. That's probably the bottom for now. Watch out for a little pump. And I've been relating this to back here, right? This is probably kind of similar to what it's going to look like this month. See how it comes away. The yellow line pump comes up, and then for the rest of the month, it kind of does this for a while, and then it dives down to the pink line. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a similar structure for this month. So if it were to look something like that, what I'm watching for this month is that's the bottom. We just came off the bottom. This is the yellow line. We're pumping away from it now. I don't know. This could be a little pump. Maybe it stalls out at 45,400 area, this white horizontal line. Maybe it makes its way up to 48,300, 48,400. But I'm watching out for this, right? And then keep in mind the January 28th, the blue vertical line on the right there. if it were to follow that last similar time, watch out for this. Boom! Watch out for that. Honestly, watch out for a deep dive to 29,500. That pink line at the bottom. That should be super strong support. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if that does happen, watch out for this. Watch out for the big green line pump to the last Friday of the month. Right? That's what I've been kind of keeping. I've been kind of kicking that around. Right? This is the only time in the history of this chart right here. See the big green line pump? It's setting up so similar to that. Maybe not the pink line. That was the support of that original dump. So the original dump here would be 41,000. So let's get that out of there. And that would be a severe, obviously a severe crash. But if it does go all the way to the pink line, there's probably a massive pump coming off of it. But so if it were the same structure, this would probably pump up here. Say it comes up here. This is probably what it might look like, something like this, 45.5 or 48.3, that area. And watch out for this. Boom, coming back down. see this here? Watch out for that. 41,000. Bitcoin just likes to do these double bottoms, triple bottoms, and right, that would be like this. That would be like this retest here. Would be kind of this retest here, and then see what happens after that. Giant green pumpy. So watch out for the end of January to do this. Boom. See that? Boom. Way up here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not, but it's something to watch for. It's hard speculating, but for the immediate future now, Bitcoin is probably going to look something like this for the next week or two. Watch out for a little pump coming away from the yellow line. It's hard to get off this pattern. If you look back, see these yellow lines, the pump's coming off of them every single time. It can only last a couple days. It can only last a couple days and then it comes back down, but it's just probably going to be like something like this, somewhere in between 48.5 and 41.2. I'd probably tighten that down to 45 to 43, something like this for the next couple weeks. And if it comes back down here and tests this white horizontal line at 41,000, then that could be the setup for this. It depends, right? This January 28th is the expiration date of Bitcoin futures products. And if there's big bets for Bitcoin to dive down here, like I was saying, if there's big bets for Bitcoin to come down to 30,000 or 20,000 lower, right? If everyone on YouTube's screaming about huge dumps and crash and the sky's falling, that's when you watch out for the big green line pump up to the futures date closers, right? And then the dump away from it. So that's basically what this chart is manipulation. It's a giant manipulation chart. It's an observed pattern. It's even here, this big green line here on July 30th, 2021. They pumped up to it, but that was this B word conference by Elon Musk, Jack Dorsey, Kathy Woods, and those type of people. They artificially pumped it here, and there's probably, I don't know, that could have been a crime, to be honest with you. It's super hard to prove, right? Because you don't know who's doing what and where, and unless it's almost impossible. So, but that's my point, right? Everyone here back in July of 2021, everyone thought this was coming down to 14,000, 20,000, right? And that's why, boom, those big futures bets were probably coming in. I haven't looked at the data or anything, but that's what this is, right? It's total manipulation, right? It's a fact. And no matter how you look at it, this is just Bitcoin is just a massive ball of manipulation, right? The public basically is just getting ravaged on 30-day cycles, right? And that's just what this is going to be, right? If the public believes that Bitcoin is going to crash down here to 29,000 this month or lower, then that's probably when it'll pump, right? And then in the future, when the public's believing there's going to be a huge pump, right? That's when it dumps. That's just what this is. And I think you got the jive. I think you got the gist of what I'm saying. This is likely a yellow line pump, January 5th. It could take a day or two. This zoom in on today's candle. It's kind of a little indecision candle so far. January 6th. It might kind of hang around for a while, but this should be a pump. There should be a pump coming. How big of a pump could it be? I'd expect it to be a smaller one. I would expect it. Let's see. Let's measure what I've been comparing it to. This pump here from this yellow line was, well, that's actually a 21% pump. I wasn't thinking it was that large. That was a 21% pump. So there could be a 10 to 20% pump coming. And maybe this weekend. You can't trust the weekends, right? So that would fit in. Maybe there is a 10, 15, 20% pump coming. Where would that be? Where would 20% be from here? Well, that'd be smack dab in the middle of the horizontal line. That'd be 51,000. So I don't know. Where would this one be? I like my resistance lines here at a 48,615. Watch out for about 13 to 14% pump. This is total speculation, but if you watch the hardcore really good analyst channels like Jason Casper, that what I'm saying here, I haven't watched none of that in a while. I just know that he's good, and if you want good and super zoomed in analysis, he's probably the best channel I could recommend on YouTube. I'm not responsible for anything people say. Keep that in mind. But if you just want good, solid TA, Jason Casper, I'll link his channel up down in the description. What everything I just said here is probably what he's saying, and just coming at it from a different angle. But let me know if that's not true. If he's saying something totally different. But if it's gonna pump, I like the 48,500, and I don't think it's coming up to 53. That seems a little unrealistic, and it's gonna take a while for the hype squad to get the public back in to get ravaged again. So okay, you got it. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.